Ever wondered how some freelancers are making a killing working from home even more than you might be working, slaving away all day long in an office? Today I want to break down how a lot of my students are absolutely crushing it, making crazy cash from the comfort of their own home. We're going to break this down into a couple different parts, and this is going to showcase the blueprint of how you can do the same, and 2 amazing places to be using for outreach, and also a model that you can base your business around for scaling. Without further ado, let's get cracking. Part number 1, we must use this as a disclaimer. This is the essential skills and the mindset. So cultivating key skills is going to help you because you are selling skills. I always add this disclaimer. I'm like, listen, this is the creative services business. You do have to have some creative skills to sell those as a service, right? So you do need to be proficient in a video editor. Could be Premiere, could be After Effects, could be Vinci. In some rare cases, it can even be CapCut and some of the lower tier ones as well. You have to have some skills to sell because that's what we're doing here. We're selling video editing skills. Awesome. I always make that disclaimer. Sometimes there's, someone will occasionally comment, can I make money with no skills? No, we're selling video editing skills. This is a video production channel. Cool. Adopting the right mindset is obviously going to be important as well. I don't like too much mindset talk, although mindset was a huge part of why I made it. Mindset gets a little bit foofy and a foffy and it's a little bit, it goes over a lot of people's heads. But I will say this, there is a lot of importance that should be put on determination, vision, having a clear vision of where you're going, what this is leading to, resilience as well, and some thick skin couldn't hurt. Definitely there's going to be some clients that won't be the best. Ideally, we're going to point you into the direction of the ones that are the best, and maybe not the best, but better than bad ones. So you're going to need a bit of thick skin. There's going to be some rejection here. Most people will probably not want to work with you. That's kind of normal. Until you get to the kind of higher tier point where you have so much social proof, so much case studies, so many client results to showcase that you can really drive results for them, and you become in demand, everything below that, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. That's no problem. Doesn't mean you should be pointed away from it. It just means that you're going to have to accept being told no. It's normal. That's most clients aren't going to work with you. That's it. We're finding the ones that do. Cool. Quick fact before we move on to part number 2. The demand for video editors has spiked over 120% in the past 2 years. Video content has never been more in demand than right now. Whether you're a video marketer, right? Whether you're a online guru and you want to get some content out there. Whether you're a brand. Whether you're insert thing here on the internet. Everybody uses video content. It is the best way to convey a message, right? You've got written, voice, audio, or video, which combines it all. They see it, they hear it, they can't smell it yet, unless it's 4D, but ultimately it's the most impactful medium to communicate information. So video content has never been more in demand. And let's jump into a couple places you can land clients. The real nitty-gritty, I'm going to break down third, but let me give you 2 first. So Playboard.co is an amazing place which you can use to find leads. YouTube is a massive search engine. You could certainly search for channels on YouTube, but due to the nature of the search results, fuck that motorbike. But due to the nature of the search results and the filters, it's a little bit tough. So somebody built Playboard.co, and it's basically a better YouTube search. You can filter between how big the channel is, when they last uploaded, niche keywords, countless different things, even activity, to the point where you could say, I don't want any dead channels. I'm just going to find channels that have uploaded in the past week or are uploading 3 videos a week, all that kind of stuff. So it's a better YouTube search. It's also free. Go to playboard.co. You could begin finding yourself a list of YouTubers. Next up, which is absolutely beautiful, is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is incredible because what you're going to find with playboard.co and any outreach is that vetting quality leads is different to just having a list of leads, right? We could all compile a list of 100 leads and outreach to them, and half of them are low quality. Some of the emails bounces. Some of them can't even afford our services because we didn't vet them properly. There's any, number of problems that can come from just spraying and praying. Spray and pray outreach is, for the most part, bad. Just because we're essentially hoping. We're throwing a big net into the ocean, and we're saying, I hope when I pull it back up, there's going to be a tuna in there. Usually it's not the case. You got a bunch of other trash that you wouldn't want, and it's preferable to take a more calculated sniper shot approach where you're much more targeted. So the more targeted you can do, the better. If you also add some personalization, aka I would also send Loom videos to my prospects when I was doing playboard.co outreach. I would always just load up their YouTube channel, send a personalized Loom, and I'd be doing Loom outreach, right? So personalized outreach, the more personalized, the better. But let's talk about another place. Let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is incredible for leads because it's actually vetted. It's targeted, right? We can verify what company they work for. We can verify, in some cases, how much income they're making. And most importantly, we can verify that they're serious because they're on LinkedIn. It's a business setting. It's a very appropriate place to land clients because everybody's in the business space. It's the business social network, right? So if Twitter's easy to land clients, we'll talk about that in a sec. If YouTube's easy to land clients, we're already talking about that. If Instagram, if insert platform here is easy to land clients, then LinkedIn will be the ultimate final boss of the client landing because it's all business people there. LinkedIn has provided such great returns for myself and my business partner, Tim, when we've been scaling our agency because it's the most qualified leads ever. It doesn't mean that they're all going to buy, but it means that they certainly are in the best position to buy because they're in the business game. They're probably in need of the services to sell a product or to scale their company or to, insert marketing action here that they might need you for. Amazing. So we've broken down 2 places for outreach. Playboard.co is incredible if you're a beginner because you can, vet a list of leads. You can use a more powerful YouTube search to go and find them and actually go through boom, 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 boom. LinkedIn's fantastic because although Playboard's awesome, you are still casting a large net into a sea. Hopefully you reel some tuna in, maybe you don't. LinkedIn, you're still casting a net, but maybe it's more akin to a harpoon. You see the whale, you shoot one harpoon, it kills it, you reel it in. I don't know much about fishing, you could probably tell, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Awesome. So you're essentially targeting higher value clients on LinkedIn. That obviously means you have to have higher substance to your offer. Case studies and track records are very good. It's definitely helped me. Clients love to hear I have a YouTube channel. I'm a practitioner, not just a theorist. These things help. It's still obviously competitive, but we've given a couple places. Now, those are outreach. Let's real quick talk about inbound leads. This is the main thing, brand hacking, that we talk about in Video Production Plus. This is what I help most of my students with. Brand hacking is positioning yourself as an expert on social media, making a Twitter account, making an Instagram account, posting content that positions you as an expert, aka before and after videos, even a couple other types of content that we talk about in here, and attracting inbound leads to you. In VP Plus, it's easier than ever before because you use the community to blow that stuff up, and it's basically just a cheat code to get your content seen by a potential client. We help you blow the post up. They see it. They hit you with an inbound lead. Instantly, you are in the status-filled position. You have the high ground, so to speak, because they've come to you. This is beautiful. And real quick, because we're actually talking about that, I've broken down this exact strategy completely for free. You don't even have to join the school, completely for free. Down below in the description, this is how I achieve financial freedom as a video editor, using brand hacking, getting inbound leads, without needing millions of followers or thousands of dollars, and how you can too in just 3 months. I put together a free training. It's linked down below. I advise you to sign up. We'll send it to you for free, and that's my blessing to you. It's definitely worth checking out. Part number 3, you've got some clients now. Amazing. You've followed Playboard.co. You've done some LinkedIn outreach. You've even done some crazy social media stuff. You've got some inbound leads. Fantastic. Awesome. Now, how do we keep them? How do we retain them? And also, how do we just make this a smooth process for us so we're not juggling 100 different things and, the client's breathing down our neck. No, I wanted this. No, I wanted that. Let's talk about it. Time-saving tools like pre-made assets, websites like Envato Elements, and AI-powered video editors have been the biggest thing that's helped me and my team increase our output. Shout out to runway.ml. Just the simple fact that for my own videos and my client videos, we don't have to manually rotoscope content anymore and can use Runway to one-click select me and remove the entire background, for example, or one-click select our client and remove the entire background and add text and do all our cool visuals, etc. That has saved so much time. I can't even imagine. That one single tool. Envato Elements has also been something that saved massive amounts of time. Massive. Because it's loads of pre-made assets, which you have the license to, you can take, you can use, you can go crazy with, you save a lot of time. So time-saving tools are a big part of this, right? Creativity in freelancing is obviously always going to be a thing, but not spending loads of time on monotonous garbage is something I would advise. You're not cheating just because you use some pre-made stuff. This is absolutely the game. Pre-made stuff, AI, plugins, preset packs, worth using every single time. Also, you're going to want to set realistic expectations with your client. Shout out to my OG friend Ozzy. He had an offer back in the day that was your edit returned in 24 hours guaranteed. And that was very, very attractive to the client because they were like, wow, I can get my edits back in 24 hours. That's amazing. However, he burnt out very quickly because he realized that all of a sudden one of his freelancers stopped responding. They had a power cut. The delay happened. Then the client's mad because it didn't come in 24 hours. All of a sudden he's up late at night stressing doing the edits himself because the team isn't there. And it ends up being a nightmare. So set realistic deadlines. You want to discuss with your clients. Give yourself a buffer. Give yourself extra time. Shout out to Camilo, Cami C, runs a $25,000 a month video editing agency, one of our VP Plus mentors. I think he actually gets his edits back a week in advance. So if he told the client, I'm going to have it done for Thursday, he gets the editor to have it done for the previous Thursday. So there's a whole week of buffer room there that if any errors happen, he can go in and fix it himself. He can allocate it to another person. The power cut can come, can resolve, and the power can come back online. There's always a power cut. But ultimately, that is a little bit of insight on the management process that you're going to be going through as a beginner who's looking to scale this video production career. Effective time management strategies can increase a freelancer's productivity by up to 60%, reduce your stress, and enhance client retention. It's a big part of it, right? There's not just the onboarding phase of clients, but fulfillment is just as important, if not more important. You can get a client to come through, but they leave month 2. That's not a good situation. Your churn's outrageous. You can get a client to come through. They stay for a long period of time. Beautiful, amazing. Retention and fulfillment is just as important, if not more important, than landing that client in the first place. And part number 4, we're going to talk about expanding your business. You will eventually hit an upper threshold of the amount of work you can personally do. For me, it was the $5,000 a month mark. At that point, I was doing too much, right? To take on more work, I didn't really have the time. So I started getting subcontractors below me. I built an agency model. Agency is it seems like it's this big corporation that, has a HR department and a this and a that. And it's not. An agency is just multiple people working on something. Agency is a glorified middleman, so to speak, right? Where you have access to the clients. You have freelancers that would like access to clients, but maybe don't have the social proof. And you act as a middleman to bring those clients in, outsource that work, and you're kind of a glorified middleman. Now, of course, there's different levels of work. Some work more, some work less. No problem. But building a larger organization, an agency, so to speak, hiring subcontractors is going to enable you to go further. We have multiple agencies in the community that give work out. In fact, Cami posted a job the other day, said full-time direct response ad editor, and Ange responded, said, I got hired in the creative ads agency. VP Plus is fire. I'm technically making $3,000 a month in just 20 days of joining this community, and I'm most likely going to do $5,000 a month after this month. Thanks to Camilo for posting that in the hiring tab. Cami runs an agency. He's hiring subcontractors below, and there's loads of jobs going there. Now, you yourself can do that exact same formula. You can get in demand through your services, through the first half of this video, and once you're in demand, you can begin offloading that to some subcontractors below you who haven't gotten themselves in demand yet, and all of a sudden you've got yourself an agency. Now let's talk about diversifying your services. You don't want to be a commodity. You don't want to be a generalist. You want to be a specialist. Over time, video editors end up becoming more growth operators, scalers, growth partners. This transition is really what usually happens, and they end up building more of an in-depth offer. The offer might be, we help personal brands scale and launch digital products. It could be, we help YouTubers increase their watch time and retention. It could be any specialized aspect of the game. And you might even have some ideas right there because you're like, oh, there's something that I know how to do perfectly, or there's something you have a great track record for or a great case study for. And you can make the case that you're the person to help them achieve that specific goal. Specialization is what has enabled me to make so much more cash than generalization, right? Generalist. Being a generalist, it was very tiring. I'm shooting nightclubs on the weekend. I'm shooting music videos in the week. I'm grafting away on Upwork.com, going crazy, trying to make a bit of remote income. And you're everywhere at one time. I'm also making YouTube videos. You're a generalist. You do have an upper threshold on the income you can make as a generalist because you are bottlenecked by your time. So you run into a wall. You don't have more time. Being a specialist and forming some kind of agency type setup, whether that be even one subcontractor below you, is going to enable you to command larger rates. You're the specific person to solve one specific problem, and it usually translates to higher income potential, right? On screen, you can see my agency. Our offer is very simple. Establish a source of leads through video content in less than 2 hours per week. In fact, we've tweaked it down a bit. I'll even show you the old copy because it actually drives the point home as well. On screen's the old website, and our tagline was too busy for content. It hits them right away because we're only targeting 7-figure entrepreneurs who don't have time for content, but they know it's something they should be doing because they see Gary Vee, they see Hormozi, they see all these big people, but they don't have time. So we hit them straight in the face. We're specializing. Too busy for content, become the face of your industry in just 2 hours per week without filling your calendar with endless freelancer meetings. Beautiful stuff. It's targeted. They get slapped in the face. They see, okay, this is specifically for me. They love it. That right there is the end of the video. Let's go ahead and recap. We have talked about a few things. We've talked about important things on getting started, important mindset things you're going to have to keep in mind, a couple areas that you guys can outreach, a very profitable formula for attracting inbound leads. We've talked about client fulfillment and how it's just as important as the onboarding, and I've talked about agency and scaling. That right there is a loose idea of what you're up against, what the next few months, years, etc. are going to look like for you. And all of it is undeniably easier with support. So I want to give you a hard push to go down to the description, get the free training I've put together that teaches you how I achieved financial freedom as a video editor using brand hacking without needing millions of followers or thousands of dollars to start in just 3 months. You can do it in the next 12 weeks. We will hold your hand through the whole process. I encourage you to get the free training down below. It's free. What can you lose? And I'm going to throw you off to this video right here. It's going to start playing in 3, 2, 1. Nearly forgot how to count. See you there.